What is up, everybody? I'm George Mossey. I'm here with my co-host, Heather C. So, Smothered Season 4, Episode 7 has aired, and we have a lot to talk about. So, I'm going to jump in, and I'm going to jump over to Christina and Kathy. So, I learned something new. There is a sport called bocce. I had no idea that this existed, and Christina and Kathy and her daughter Carly are huge into this game. They're team captains. They have uniforms. It's a weekly deal. They're super competitive, and it actually looks fun. It kind of looks like golf, but without the golf club. I could be wrong. Don't judge me. Don't at me if I'm completely wrong, but it kind of looked that way, and it was kind of fun, right? I kind of want to try it.
Yeah, they look like they had a good time. I think it's a good way to get aggression out, being competitive. I know that there is a lot going on with them, with the whole expansion and spending time with, their children and stuff like that. It was good seeing Carly again. We haven't seen her since the previous season that she was on. So it's good to see her, and she's rocking the glitter in her hair like her mom has, which is really cool, which I'm surprised Christina doesn't have that because they're the ones that are most alike. So
Speaking of Carly, she gave some really good advice to Christina. She was like, you have to understand you are married to Carlo. You are not married to Kathy, your mom. So you have to do what is best for you in your relationship. And I thought that that was an amazing advice, but it's easier said than done, right? Because I feel like
yeah.
Kathy is definitely the type of mom who is going to make things hard on you if you don't do what she suggests. Because even Christina said, she said, I feel like she's going to be very harsh. She's going to be very vile about me making this decision behind her back. And, when you're an Italian mother, you always have guilt to work with. And, not spending time with your kids can make any parent feel guilty. So I'm just really worried because they're going along with the expansion behind Kathy's back. And it's impossible for Kathy not to find out, because she knows where the restaurant is. She knows that Christina is going to be there more. So I'm really worried about how this is going to affect their relationship.
I mean, I know it's all playful fun in the end, but I just wish that Carlos would not be so mean. But I know he's just frustrated because he's trying to live his life and he feels like Kathy is consuming. But I don't know. They're Italian, so they're about loyalty, they're about respect, they're about family, and then you always treat the mothers with utmost respect. But it's like he always talks to her like crazy, and it's just but it's probably played up, which you could tell that they're joking a lot, and she gives it right back to him, so she doesn't look offended. But I don't know, obviously she means well, and she just wants her daughter and her grandchildren to have what she gave her children,
Yeah.
which was some time to make the memories until the kids are old enough to be part of the restaurant and you can make it a family affair. She doesn't want time to get away and Christina to not be able and miss out on the importance of the children being raised.
Yeah.
And miss out on everything for a restaurant. So there's a lot, but I think
Like
that they'll find their way through it.
like Kathy said, you can sell pizzas forever. You cannot get back this time and these years with your babies. And I hate to side with Kathy on this, but that's 100% true. We've been eating pizza for as long as people have been able to bake. So she's right. You can always sell pizza, but you got to be there for your babies when they're young because you can never get those years back.
Exactly. And I love to agree with her. I think that she is a true mom that just wants the best for her family. She wants them to be successful, but she knows that time is short and family time is the most important time.
All right, so let's jump over to Tennessee. So we watched a horseback riding mother-daughter outing that turned into a little brawl. And we've never seen anything like this on Smothered. We have seen sibling rivalry, we've seen jealousy, and we've seen even back talking and yelling and swearing, but never physical. So Ashley, Kathy, and Samantha decided to go horseback riding. And actually, Ashley's thought process was since they moved to Tennessee, they had not been getting a lot of action on dating apps. And she said when they were in Tampa, they were everybody's type, so they were getting a lot of action, they were getting a lot of responses. They could pick and choose. So now that they're in Tennessee, she's like, maybe we need to put on a cowboy hat and be a cowgirl and get some boots on to get these guys interested. So that was their thought process. They absolutely disliked horseback riding, right? I didn't really see anyone having fun, but they did have a good photo shoot to get some good photos for their Tinder profiles, whatever profiles that they're on. But that's kind of where the fight started. So when Kathy asked Samantha to hand the phone to Ashley because Ashley knows her angles better and she knows her better to take the photos, that's kind of where things went left. And that is definitely where the rivalry has been, because Samantha said she feels second best to Ashley at everything. She's never picked to go anywhere. If she ever is asked by her mom to go out and do things, it's to run errands, it's to do things that aren't fun. And she always takes Ashley to do the things that she wants to do and have fun. So this rivalry buildup has been building up for years, and this is just what we happen to see on this particular day.
I think that having them all be together was kind of like three's a crowd. I think that, and I said this before, I think that they should pick things that they can do one-on-one, because obviously if she tags along with them, she's going to feel like the third wheel because they have that bond together. And even though she didn't mean any harm by saying, oh, give her the phone, she knows my angles, she just meant it as, I want to get some good pictures while we're out here with these horses. She looked at it as, oh, hell no. I think that they should have done stuff one-on-one so that way they could spend quality time with each daughter to see what they have in common with each one. So if, picture taking and shopping is maybe one daughter's thing, and maybe like watching movies and relaxing and maybe cooking could be another one. Because she said another problem is that every time her mom is with her, the only thing that they do is run errands together. And she thinks that all the fun, girly stuff is done with her sister. So she looks like in her words, she's the husband and her sister's the mistress, which is an interesting way of looking at things. But I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense. I don't fault her for having a jealous feeling or an upset feeling, because of course you want to have that acceptance in life, and you want to have the acceptance by your parents. And when they're kind of playing the favoritism in your face, even if it's not intentional, that hurts. And she was obviously reacting with pain. Like, come on, I didn't ask to be born. I didn't have to be here. You decided to have more than one daughter. Like, act like you love both of us.
That's true.
So, should they have fought each other in public in front of those innocent people? Probably not. Should she have dropped her phone in the mud? Probably not. But they need to separately do stuff until they can build something, and then maybe do group stuff.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like Samantha's jealousy is warranted, like you said, because it's happening in her face. Some people they're in relationships or with siblings and they're jealous and there's rivalry and it's not really warranted. It's just like an inner feeling. But this is blatant and in her face. And unfortunately, that's emotional. That's hard and emotionally to handle for someone, because your mother is the person that loves you no matter what. So, and she's feeling like that's not the situation. And I feel bad that she feels that way, because she shouldn't have to feel that way. Her mother should definitely, like you said, take time, spend with her, and make her feel special. Everybody is a child, someone's child, no matter if you're 30, 50, or 100. You're still someone's child, and you want to be made that you feel loved and appreciated.
Exactly. So I hope that they heal and that they can figure out their common interest and do stuff together and not just feel like alone or one-sided. Because I think everybody would be a lot happier that way.
All right, guys, that's it for part one. We're going to come back with part two, because there was a baby shower that kind of topped all baby showers that I've ever heard of. And then we're going to check in with Shay and Angie, and there's a weight loss journey that they are trying to embark on together, but Shay isn't really interested in having company in that process. All right, guys, I'm George Mossey. This is my co-host, Heather C. Smothered, Season 4, Episode 7, Podcast Part 1. We'll talk to you all really soon.